Hey everybody, happy Friday. Thought we'd do a little walk around on this 1975 K20. I get a little comments and messages on what we got going on here. So this is a 1975 K20, 6-inch lift. Got some off-road design on it. Pro Comp shocks. I've got new rotors coming. They should be here tomorrow. I've got everything else, but I tried to use as much OEM as I could on it. AC Delco stuff, whether that's OEM or not, I don't know, but it says AC Delco on the box, so I'm gonna go with it. I got a lot of stuff from Rock Auto, but I do source a lot of stuff locally also. But as far as spark plugs, distributor cap, plug wires, that's all AC Delco, which I got from Rock Auto. Hoses, just trying to go with, try to keep it as original as I can, for the most part. That kind of stuff anyway. So this is a 1975 454. It's only got about 2,000 miles on it. It came out of a crew cab that we'd bought from a friend, Randy, and it had a 400 transmission behind it, which we gave to a demo buddy of ours, along with some other stuff. But anyway, this is a 454. It's been built, I don't think extensively, but just a little bit. And then 400 turbo transmission out of like a K30, and then a 208 transfer case. And a lot of people are like, well, what'd you go with 208? Well, I like to upgrade to the 208. They're lighter. They're a great transfer case. And then if you look here, you can see that we got the correct cross member, the W style cross member, which we sourced, which aren't easy to find if anybody knows on those. Did have to drill holes. They were all, I probably could have made one of them work, but it needed to be just right on, and so we drilled both holes and made it work. Drive shaft's got new U-joints. It's been trued by Bonowitz here in town, Bonowitz Machine Shop. New gas tanks, which have been all plumbed correctly for the dual tanks. And then the bed's got to come back off actually to get undercoated. And then I'll put the hoses and everything on it. So all spring lift. We did not do blocks. Nothing wrong with blocks, but I just, we had it all, this frame was all the way down to nothing but a frame, and then we Eastwood coated it, and I wanted to put springs on it. Why is there a spare tire under there? Well, I'm trying to go with the look of originality plus day 2 look kind of thing, and this is the only one I really had. It's a snow tire, but kind of adds to the character of the truck. There'll be a big chrome bumper that goes back here. So 410 gears, front and rear, and you can see looks pretty nice underneath. This is not a full restoration. This is a budget, as much as budget as you can try to get these days, especially when you go with wheels and tires, lift, stuff like that. Interior is not done whatsoever. In fact, a lot of it's right there. I've got to re-dye all that. It is going back the original blue that it was, but I guess I can show you the door panels, which I really debated on whether or not I was going to take these off, just because anytime you start removing original stuff, you take a chance of breaking something. But these are not original. These are 78 and newer, or excuse me, 77 and newer. And the outside door handles are, yeah. So a truck this nice, whoever painted this truck, I'm sure they had these off. Why they didn't put new ones on is beyond me, because they're not the easiest to take on and off, but we'll put some on. It is what it is. We got new trim molding here. We just have not put it on yet because of the fact that, one, this cab is not bolted all the way down, and two, the bed's gonna have to come back off, and if it happens to accidentally hit which it shouldn't, but if it does, I don't want it smashing my $200 trim I just bought. Shout out to my buddy Chad. He's starting his own glass business. We went with a 3-pane sliding back glass like we put in the Spirit of 76. Great job on that. Looks great. And then of course we did a windshield too, which we've already got our VIP C10s in the park sticker on. So it's by no means, it's a nice truck, I mean, it is a very nice truck, but it's not to the elevation of like the Spirit of 76, if anybody's seen that one in person. Now, since I'm doing this truck, my attention to detail is going to be impeccable in some situations, actually all situations, but like the truck we're going to do for Danny, Jordan, and Gerald, those are going to be to Spirit of 76 level. This one I just threw together, I guess you could say. I just wanted to add some stuff to it that was updated, more modern stuff, better stuff. For instance, the red head steering gear. Anybody who's ever bought one of these knows how much those are. The big block 454. Why didn't you LS it? Well, everybody LS's stuff, and you can't go wrong with a big block in a 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive, in my opinion. Why didn't you go with an overdrive transmission? Well, because I bought a truck from another buddy that already had this setup in it, the 400 and the 208, and I just think a 454-400 combo is just a great combo. If, you know, a 700 R4 or 4L80 can always be added later. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the off-road. They're just so much thicker and longer, the off-road design. This truck does not have AC, and I did not put AC on it. I think it looks cleaner, the firewall wise. If somebody ever wants to add vintage air, it'd be so easy to do that with just a little heater box there, and you know, they can do that and call it good. No fuel injection. There's nothing wrong with a Quadrajet if it's been rebuilt and finely tuned, which this one has, from the carb guy in Salina, which he's now in New Cambria. This guy knows his carburetors, and every single one I've ever got, I set it on there. I might have to make a couple little adjustments just because of the timing and etc., but they're always spot on. The one on the Spirit of 76, that was the carb shop guy that did that one. So, and like I said, I want it to look as original as possible, other than a couple little things. So it'll have the factory air 454, you know, air cleaner on it. I did want to go with some bling, so I got the Chevrolet Performance valve covers, and then of course all the OEM stuff up front. Back, these are the original manifolds that I just scuffed and painted with high temp paint. Let's see what else. We did get a brand new steering shaft here. Dakota Digital. That's not installed yet, but you can see my sensors and everything. I'm running my wires to look clean, so I kind of want to put these up here and just make it look really nice and clean. Obviously the loom for this plug is for the dual tanks, and then I've got the rear lights. So I just want everything to look nice and clean. We'll tuck that up and try to hide that as much as possible. Let's see what else. Dakota Digital. Stumpy's columns. Bill Lindsay out of Arkansas. He shortened a column for us. So that's not installed yet because I've got to get this old column out of here and do some stuff to the interior before we start really going at it on putting the interior back together. So we've got a shortened column. I'm not a very big guy, 5'9", but I would like to have a little bit more room between me and the steering column. Let's see what else that people were asking. These are Mickey Thompson 16x10 canyons. They look great. I did not want 16x12s. I wanted 16x10s. So it took me a little bit to get these because everybody wants the 16x10s, I guess. And it has 315 75 16 Mickey Thompson tires. So as far as exhaust, I don't have exhaust on it yet, but I am going to go with a factory type dual exhaust. I want to use all of the factory mounts. This truck was a 400 truck initially, so it had dual exhaust from the factory. and I want to go back and use the factory mounts. Let's see what else. The front clip is obviously not on it. It's just so much easier to work without it on. I left it complete, and then it'll sit right on there. Tow hooks, factory tow hooks. We got new bumpers, new guards. The grill was nice that was in it. Big hub Dana 44. So you can see my big hub stuff right there that I've got to recondition and get those put in there. Those will look so good sticking out of those center caps of this wheel here. So, but as we make a little bit more progress, we'll walk around it again and show everybody. But rotors, like I said, should be here tomorrow, so we'll get all that done, get the tires back on it. Trying to think what else. I think that's about it. Got a brand new front drive shaft, which is over there. Have not put that on yet, obviously. Let's see, I think that's about it. If there's anything I missed, then I will talk about it in the next video. I just think it's cool to do walk-arounds and like to see other people's projects and walk-arounds. But this truck was nothing but, in fact, this truck I got from Silas, the donor truck down in Hutchinson, Adventures Made from Scratch. So Silas, I've used the stuff that I've got you that was destined for the crusher, and we've made 2 trucks into 1. So the paint and body's pretty nice on this truck. I did have to have my buddy, my guys out at Briggs, redo this tailgate for me because we're going with a thin band. Even though this is a Silverado and it had the thick band, I like the thin band on it better. So they fixed all the scuffs and the dings and stuff that was on the tailgate. And then I think that's it. If there's anything else, like I said, we'll discuss it in our next walk around video, which hopefully by then the interior's done, the front clip's on it, and it's ready to fire off. But anyway, there it is. Like I said, hope that answered some questions. A lot of people messaging on different things, and that's what we're going with, is what this truck consists of. So we'll do a full walk around once it's all back together and whatnot, but it's gonna be pretty cool. This is going to C10s in the park next month. We will have a booth down there with some other buddies of ours that are coming down also. So stop by, say hi if you're in Texas or in the area or going down there. But until then, we'll see you on the next one.